the last class, we have seen one of the continents of the world, that is Europe. Now we are going to see a very neighboring continent of both Asia and Europe, that is Africa. Let's get started. In Europe lesson, we have seen that the Strait of Gibraltar separates Europe and Africa. Now, let us see the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of Africa. That is nothing but the location of Africa. Africa's latitudinal extent is 37 degrees north to 35 degrees south. That is in the northern hemisphere it is having 37 degrees latitude, and in the southern hemisphere it extends to 35 degrees latitude. That is, the equator is dividing the continent into two parts, but unequal parts. Longitudinal extent is 17 degrees west to 51 degrees east. 17 degrees to the western part and 51 degrees to the eastern part. That is why Africa lies both in the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, and western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere. Africa is surrounded totally by water bodies. Now here you can see the Mediterranean Ocean is surrounded. Mediterranean Ocean is there on the north. On the northeast you can see Red Sea. On the southern side you can see the Indian Ocean, and on the western side you can see the Atlantic Ocean. Right? Africa is separated from Asia by Red Sea and Europe with the help of Mediterranean Sea. Right? Now let's see the political divisions of Africa. Africa was ruled by so many people like UK people, that is the British people, the French people, the Portuguese people, the Belgian people. It was a colony for so many people. But now it became independent. So 55 independent countries are there in Africa right now. Okay? Countries are independent, but most of the countries are poor countries in Africa. Some countries are very rich, like Egypt is there. Egypt is a very rich country, and industrially it's a very advanced country. So it's not that all the countries in Africa are very poor and all the countries are very rich. Some countries are poor, some countries are very rich. Now let us see the physical features of Africa. See, physical features means we know mountains, plains, plateaus. All these come under the physical features of any country. In Africa, what is most important is we do not have high mountains and very low plains. Africa is a very big plateau, a very big raised land, high land, right? So some mountains are there, and we have very extensive deserts in Africa. Africa is special for deserts. We have the Sahara Desert, we have the Namib Desert, we have the Kalahari Desert. There. Let's see those deserts, but before that, let's go and see the mountains first. So, the first mountain what we are going to see is the Atlas Mountains, which are located in the western side, the northwestern side of Africa. So, these mountains are young fold mountains. Young fold mountains means which are formed very recently. Atlas Mountains are having 3 parallel ranges of mountains. And the next one is Drakensberg Mountains. Drakensberg Mountains are in the southwestern part. Drakensberg Mountains are in the southwestern part, and these are also young fold mountains, just like the Atlas Mountains, right? And next one is the Ethiopian Highlands. Ethiopian Highlands are volcanic mountains. Volcanic mountains means once volcano was there, and it was when it was erupted, mountain was formed. When a volcano is erupted, all the lava is coming out. All the lava has come out and it is formed into a mountain, right? So that is Ethiopian highlands. Highlands does not mean it's a plateau, it's a mountain. Mount Kilimanjaro, this is an extinct volcano and this is the highest peak on the eastern side. Okay. And the next one is plateau, a raised land. The whole of Africa appears to be a raised land. Most plateaus, they appear to be on the southern side and on the eastern side. See, Ethiopian highlands we have seen on the eastern side, and here we have another plateau. Right, and most of these plateaus, these are made up of old volcanic rocks, you know, igneous rocks and all. So most of these plateaus, they are made up of old volcanic rocks. Here we have the Drakensberg Mountains. West of the Drakensberg Mountains, we have a huge plateau, and the name of this plateau is known by a name known as Karo. And this plateau is not exactly a raised land, but it is having a series of steps. Actually, it's not, the slope is like this. It's having a series of steps, just like step farming when you do, it will be like that. And in between the Atlantic and Nile Valley, you have another low plateau. Okay. So here we have two mountains known as Aghar and Tibetsi mountains. And the next one is the Great Rift Valley. Rift Valley, you must be known. When plate tectonics are happening, the middle part, the middle plate is pushed down, then it happens to be a rift. This part, when two or three plates are there, when the plates are pushing the middle plate inside, happens to be a rift valley, right? So in Africa, the special feature of Africa is the Great Rift Valley. This Great Rift Valley extends from Lake Malawi to Red Sea. Lake Malawi to Red Sea. And here in Asia, it extends from Gulf of Suez and Gulf of Kaba. So this is the extension of Rift Valley. This is such a big valley. You have another Rift Valley in Australia also, but in Africa this is such a big valley that it extends up to 8,000 kilometers. Right? It is having its arm to up to 8,000 kilometers, and it is having so many lakes in the Great Rift Valley, like Lake Tanganyika, Lake Rukwa, Lake Kivu, Lake Victoria. The biggest freshwater lake in Africa is also present here, right? So these are present in the Great Rift Valley. And the next one, what we are seeing is plains. Plains are very few in Africa. Coastal plains are very narrow, and plains mostly are present in the Congo Basin, right? Coastal plains are very narrow in Africa. And the next part we come to is the extensive relief feature of Africa, that is the deserts. The first one what we are going to see is the Sahara Desert, which is extending from Atlantic Ocean to Red Sea. Atlantic Ocean to Red Sea. Such a big desert, the largest desert in the world and the very hottest desert in the world. So it lies in the northern part of Africa. And the second one what we are going to see is the Kalahari Desert, which lies in the southernmost southwestern part of Africa. And the third one is Namib Desert, which lies near Namibia. These are two smaller deserts than the Sahara Desert, and this Namib Desert is in the southern part, not in the southwestern part, near to the Kalahari Desert. So these are 3 extensive deserts in Africa. And the next one what we are going to see is rivers of Africa, which originate mostly from the eastern highlands and the central part of Africa, that is near the Congo basin. So the first one what we are going to see is River Nile, the longest river of Africa. River Nile for Egypt, it is considered to be the gift. Most of industrial development of Egypt is done because of River Nile. This River Nile is originating in the equatorial region and it is flowing northwards and it is never drying. It never dries. So River Nile formed by joining of two rivers, one is White Nile and second one is Blue Nile, that too at Khartoum in Egypt. Okay, and second one is River Congo. This River Congo is known as Highway of Central Africa. River Congo is in Central Africa, no? So this is known as Highway of Central Africa. It gives out a lot of water. It is giving out a lot of water. So 3 dams are there on this River Nile. You have 3 waterfalls. One is Boyama Falls, very important. Second one is the Livingston Falls and third one is the Inga Falls. 3 important falls for which they get the electricity out of that. Right? And next one is the Niger. Niger gives water for 4 countries: Nigeria, Niger, Mali and Guinea. And the last one what we are going to see is Zambezi. On this river we have the famous Victoria Falls. Other than these rivers, we have a lot of rivers flowing through. Orange, River Limpopo. So these are some of the rivers what we are going to see in Africa. There are so many lakes in Africa. In the Great Rift Valley region, we have seen so many lakes, right? Great Tanganyika, Kivu, Rukwa, all these are examples of lakes which are there in Africa, and these lakes are of 2 types. One is the freshwater lakes and second one is the saltwater lakes. Lake Victoria is a freshwater lake which is present in Africa. We have saltwater lakes also. Lake Chad is an example of saltwater lake. This is the biggest saltwater lake in Africa. Of course, we have human lakes also, artificial lakes. Lake Nasser, Lake Kariba. These are human man-made lakes in Africa. Construction of dams was happening on River Nile and Zambezi. These 2 lakes happened, Lake Nasser and Lake Kariba. Right? So these are some of the points of continent Africa. Hope the lesson is understood.